Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. This is going to be my G's for my in-depth Blu-ray collection. I'm just going to crack straight on with them because we've got a lot to talk through. First up is a film directed by Martin Scorsese, one of his that I've not seen yet, but one that I really do want to watch because I've heard good things about. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Daniel Day-Lewis and Cameron Diaz, and that is Gangs of New York. Really look forward to watching this. I think I've seen the first 20 minutes, but I never got past it. For some reason, I can't remember why. I think it was on Netflix or something, and I had other stuff to watch at the time, and I didn't realise how long it was. I should have known because it's a Martin Scorsese film. But anyway, yeah, really look forward to checking this out when I can. Soon, hopefully, because, yeah, heard it's a really good film. Gangs of New York. Next up is a film starring Will Smith that got quite a lot of hate. People generally didn't seem to like it. I did. I thought it was a really fun action film. Throwback to the 90s, which is when the script was made, and that is Gemini Man. As I said, also stars Will Smith as a younger version of himself. Really good film, I think. Don't deserve the dislike that it gets from people. I won't say hate because I haven't heard anyone absolutely trash the film, but a lot of people tend to dislike it and not really talk about it. But I liked it. I thought it was really clever, really well done. Not too long either. Only 2 hours, which is good for an action film like this. And yeah, just really like this film and look forward to checking it out again. That is Gemini Man. Next up is one of the best from last year, directed by Guy Ritchie, and that is The Gentleman. Really good film. Obviously, I think it was one of the first and only films that came out last year. Came out on New Year's Day last year, actually. And yeah, really good film. Great cast as well. Obviously, you've got Charlie Hunnam, Henry Golden, Michelle Dockery, Matthew McConaughey, Jeremy Strong, Hugh Grant, Eddie Mars and Colin Farrell. Massive cast. But yeah, if you've not seen this and you like Guy Ritchie, then definitely check this out because this is definitely one of his best. I recently, in fact yesterday, watched his newest, Wrath of Man, which is, as of now, probably in my top 3 of the year. Just as good as this, I think. I think he's really making a comeback now, Guy Ritchie. So I look forward to whatever he does next. I think he's got one that he's just done, another one with Jason Statham, which will be next year, which I look forward to because it also got Hugh Grant in as well. So yeah, that is The Gentleman. Great film. Next up is a disaster film starring Gerard Butler. Really like this. Again, a film that not a lot of people like. I do because I like it. I know what it is. I'm not saying he was acting crap or the story was all over the place. I watch this because I know it's a disaster film. I know there's going to be a lot of destruction. That is why most people watch disaster films. That is why I like this film, and that is Geostorm. Say what you will about this film. As I say, I really liked it. Don't really see why people feel the need to absolutely crap on it when it is what it is. It's a disaster film. Most disaster films are the same type of film. The story isn't necessarily great, but you watching what you want to watch at the end of the day. So what you paid to watch, which is destruction. And so yeah, really like this. I think it's a really good film, as I've said already too many times now. That is Geostorm. Next up is a film which I kind of referenced to earlier, well, not earlier, it would have been in my last video, and is kind of a sequel slash spin-off to Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and that is Get Him to the Greek with Jonah Hill and Russell Brand. Been a very long time since I've watched this, so can't really give you too much of my opinion on it. In fact, it's probably been about 7 or 8 years. I was definitely too young to watch this when I did, so I can't remember really anything about it at all. So this is one that I definitely need to rewatch soon, but I'm sure it'll be quite funny. So yeah, that is Get Him to the Greek. Next up is a film starring the late great Chadwick Boseman, in which he plays James Brown. That is Get On Up. Really like this film. Need to rewatch it again because it's been a while since I watched it. Think it's really good. And there is kind of a little, I don't know how to word it, but in this film, Dan Aykroyd plays his manager, James Brown's manager, and obviously, if you go back to 1980, it's Blues Brothers with James Brown co-starring, had a little bit role in it, obviously with Dan Aykroyd. So I don't know if there was some sort of thing where James Brown said, "Oh, if I ever make a biopic, I want Dan Aykroyd to play my manager." I don't know, but it seems the sort of thing that would be likely, considering he is in the film. Or maybe he just really wanted to be in the film because he knew the man. So I don't know, but really good film, and I think Chadwick Boseman really brings him to life in this. So yeah, that is Get On Up. Next up is a recent pickup from Amazon. It was cheap. It's only come out recently. I've not seen it, but I've heard it's really good. It looks really good, so I am looking forward to watching it. And that is Get Rich or Die Trying with 50 Cent. So yeah, don't know too much about it. Directed by Jim Sheridan, who did In the Name of the Father, which I really like, and In America, which I also really like. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this, because if it's any as good as those two, which I'm sure it will be, then I know I'm going to really like it. So yeah, that is Get Rich or Die Trying. Next up is a comedy from about 2008 that I really like. I think it's not really talked about too much. It's got Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, Dwayne Johnson, and Alan Arkin. Another one of those comedies around that time that I just really liked for no apparent reason. It's not a particularly amazing film, but I really like it, and that is Get Smart. Yeah, I think it's a really fun film. As I say, a lot of these types of films, a lot of people don't like, but I try and go into every film as positive as I can be and get as much fun from each film as I can, which is what I did with this, and really liked this. Thought it was a really good film, quite funny, and I like Steve Carell when he is doing comedies, but he's also a really good dramatic actor as well. So that is Get Smart. Next up is a classic which I only watched for the first time this year, and is one of the first Blu-rays I had, so I don't know why it took me so long to watch it, but this stars Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, and Whoopi Goldberg, and that is Ghost. Really good romantic film, one of the best, I would say, and it is considered one of the best romantic films of all time. Really liked it, thought it was really good. It is more of like a thriller than a drama or a love. There is a love story, obviously, centered around it, but it is more of a thriller because he's trying to work out who killed him, and stop them from then killing his girlfriend. So yeah, really good film. If you've not seen it and you do like romance films, I definitely recommend checking it out. It is really good. Not as good as a lot of people say it is, but I'd still give it like 4 stars. I think I did probably give it 4 stars. I'd have to check though. But that is Ghost. Next up is a film that is another one, same sort of thing. It's a romantic comedy film. 2009, I think this came out. Really liked it. I liked the cast, so I knew I was going to like it going in. And that is Ghosts of Girlfriends Past with Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Garner, whom I both really like. Also has Michael Douglas in it. It's got Robert Forster in it, Emma Stone. Yeah, really good film. Really like this. If you like romantic comedies, I'd recommend checking this out. Because it's quite funny. It's kind of like brings elements of Christmas Carol. It's that sort of film, and yeah, really good film. Really like this. I will say, I know I'm not really talking too much about what the films are about. Let me know in the comments if you'd rather I did still say what the film's about, not reading the synopsis, but saying what the film is about briefly, so you have an idea of what the sort of film it is, instead of me just saying, oh, I really like this film, I really don't like this film, I didn't think much to this film, I like the acting in this film. I mean, I will say that, but if you want me to tell you what the film is about so you get some kind of idea why I would like the film, then please by all means let me know down in the comments. Next up we have one starring Emily Blunt, which I started to watch once, didn't really like, then watched it again about a few years ago, and I did really like it, and that is The Girl on the Train. Thought it was a really good thriller when I watched it the second time around. Really liked it. I do want to read the book. I have got the book, so I will probably read that at some point. But I really like Emily Blunt, so yeah, I thought this was really good. Really enjoyed the film, and it's got a really good supporting cast as well, and a really good mystery to it. That is The Girl on the Train. Next up is another one of my first Blu-rays that I got. It's a comedy, which again I like comedies, as you probably know. This is more of a chick flick, I think, which I don't mind. I like them if they're done well. This is Girls Trip. Got a really good cast. You've got Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, I think Regina Hall's in this, yep, and Tiffany Haddish as well. So yeah, I really like this film. I think it's good. And the slipcover is really nice. It's quite it's like, I don't know if you say sparkly kind of effect to the title, but yeah, that is Girls Trip. Decent film. Next up is a film directed by David Fincher, which I haven't seen yet, but I want to watch, but it's quite long, and that is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Yeah, with Daniel Craig and Rooney Mara. I think I got this because at the time Christopher Plummer had just died, and I wanted to get a film with him in, so I got this because I hadn't seen it. I did want to get Beginners, which he won his Oscar for, but I couldn't find that, so couldn't get that. But I will get it at some point, I expect. But yeah, really think this is gonna probably be right up my street because it's like a thriller. And I have seen the newer one, which I really liked as well, which has a different cast again. But yeah, anything with Daniel Craig in is bound to be pretty good, so I'm going to check this out soon because it is one that I've heard good things about. That is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I think we're about halfway done now. I think what I am going to do is stop here, go for a break, and then start up again. You won't notice because I'm only going to pause it, get a drink, and come back. So I'll be less than a second, I guess. Right, I'm back. So, right, next one is one that you would have seen in my last pickup video from CEX. Don't know too much about it, but I got it based on the cast, and because I have sort of heard of it, but don't know too much about it. And that is Glengarry Glen Ross, which has a great cast. You've got Al Pacino, Alec Baldwin, Kevin Spacey, Ed Harris, Alan Arkin, Jonathan Pryce, and Jack Lemmon. So, can't really get better cast than that. I think this is about 1992 this came out, so I mean it's about a group of salesmen that work together and they're competing basically to try and get something. They either basically they make a deal where they either close a deal or they lose their job, so they've got to try and do that. So yeah, that is one that I am looking forward to checking out. Glengarry Glen Ross. Next up is a classic which I have seen half of, but I had to stop because it's so long. But it was good what I watched of it. I will go back to it very soon, and that is The Godfather, obviously starring Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, Robert Duvall, James Caan. Great cast. So yeah, apparently this is considered one of the best films ever. I really liked what I saw of it. And I'm sure it will be a great film when I finish it. So yeah, that is The Godfather. Now I just need to get parts 2 and 3. Next up is a comedy which I really liked from a few years ago. Really funny, good comedy. It stars Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, and Alan Arkin, and that is Going in Style. Yet again, one of the first Blu-rays I got because I really liked the film, and I got it at a good price. Really funny film. If you've not seen this, I think everyone can enjoy this because it is just a really good, funny film about 3 OAPs that basically are getting their pension funds scrapped, sort of, and to try and pay the bills for their family and everything, they decide to rob a bank and take the money back from those that stole it from them. And it's just really funny, really good film, and really, really like this. We'll watch this again soon, for definite. Next up is a film that came out 2 years ago in the cinema, just under 2 years, about a year and a half ago. And it was really surprising. It's a good thriller. It stars Helen Mirren and Ian McKellen, and that is The Good Liar. Really good thriller. It's got good twist in it that I didn't personally see coming. And it's just a really good story. Great acting, as you would expect from these two. And one that I think you should see because it's good, especially if you like thrillers. It's got a really good story to it. The Good Liar. Next up is a Poundland pickup, I believe. I'm starring Amanda Seyfried. Don't really know if this is going to be good or not. The synopsis sounds alright. So we shall see. That is Gone. Might be okay. Let me know if you've seen it down below in the comments. Is it any good? Should I just get rid of it instantly? Let me know. I will take all opinions on board. That is Gone. Next up is a film starring Nicolas Cage with Angelina Jolie. I need to stress on the with, because on this you would think that she is a main character on the cover. She is not. She's not a main character. She is definitely more of a supporting character. And that is Gone in 60 Seconds. This is definitely a Nicolas Cage film. It's not Nicolas Cage and Angelina Jolie. She is in it, but this is very much a supporting role from her, as is the rest of the cast. Um, but yeah, it's a good film. Did enjoy it. Thought it was decent. It did what it needed to do, and yeah, another one of those cheesy. Well, I think this was 2000. This came out, but that era of films from Disney. This was Disney Touchstone. So yeah, good film, decent film. Gone in 60 Seconds. Next up is an 80s classic which I really like. Really need to watch this again. Directed by Richard Donner and produced by Steven Spielberg. That is The Goonies. If you've not seen this, definitely recommend this. This is one of the best, definitely top 5 films of the 80s. Just a great fun film. And you should show your children this, because it is one of those films that if you watch as a child, you will love forever, as I do. Just can't really say enough about this film. It is just absolutely fantastic. The Goonies. Not too many more now. This is another one that I got from my massive haul recently. One that has just come out on Criterion, but I don't get Criterion, so I just wanted this. And this came with a nice slipcover as well. It's filmed by Wes Anderson. In fact, it's the only Wes Anderson film I own, I believe. Yeah, it is. But I will start getting the ones that are on standard Blu-ray. So I think you've got the Darjeeling Limited, I believe, has got on the standard Blu-ray. Moonrise Kingdom, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Isle of Dogs. I don't think there's any more. Correct me if there's any more. I think those are all the ones that are on standard Blu-ray, but all of them are on Criterion, I think. But anyway, yeah, The Grand Budapest Hotel. Really good film. Really like this film. Definitely needs a rewatch soon because I love it. Just think it's really good. The humour is spot on in this. Exactly my type of humour. So yeah, and it's obviously, as you can see from the front cover, it has got a great cast as well. So yeah, that is The Grand Budapest Hotel. Next up is a film directed by Alfonso Cuarón, starring Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, and it is a decent film. I remember watching it when it first came out and thinking, oh, not great. And then I watched it again a few years after and really liked it. And that is Gravity. Some people will like this, some people won't. It is 2 people in the whole film, and they don't really do much, but I think the acting is very powerful from both of them, and the direction is really good, and the score in the background is also really good. So yeah, really like this film. Gravity. Not too many more now. We've got 4 left. Another really good film from another one of my favourite directors, Baz Luhrmann. This stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Tobey Maguire, Carey Mulligan, and Joel Edgerton, and this is the remake of The Great Gatsby. Watched this again this year, I think. Really like it. I think it's really good. The music and the feel of the film, as with all of Baz Luhrmann's films, is really unique, and I really like it. I think it's really good. And it's just a really good film. Really like it. I could watch this again anytime because it is just an enjoyable film. That's The Great Gatsby. Next up is a film I watched recently for the first time. It's another one of Seth Rogen's comedies, and it is The Green Hornet. Also stars Jay Chow, Cameron Diaz, and Christoph Waltz. Really good film, kind of like a superhero film, sort of. I just think it was really funny. Not one of Seth Rogen's best, but I still had fun with it. Still thought it was pretty good, and I would definitely watch it again. That's The Green Hornet. This is one which I believe I did watch when it first came out, but can't really remember too much about it, and I got this from CX for 50p, so I will definitely watch it again because it's got a great cast. And we've got Sean Penn, Idris Elba, Ray Winstone, Mark Rylance, and Javier Bardem, and that is The Gunman. So as I say, I look forward to watching this because I remember thinking it was good, but can't remember too much about it. So yeah, but it looks like a good action film from the back, so looks pretty good, and I do like Sean Penn, so look forward to watching that. And the final film is a childhood favourite of mine that I got recently when I was away. It stars Jack Black and it came with a lovely slipcover, and that is Gulliver's Travels. Really like this film. Just have a really good time with it. I watched this in the cinema when it came out, which was what, 11 years ago, so I was pretty young then. Yeah, really good film. Really like this, especially if you like Jack Black, you'll probably like this. And it's just a really good film, especially for kids. So yeah, recommend Gulliver's Travels, which is the final one in the G's. And that is it. So that's been 20 minutes. Didn't expect it to be that long, but it has been. Apologies. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like. And if for some reason you didn't like the video, if you think it was too long, which I think it probably was, but I needed to get them as quick as I can, which I think I have. But you can dislike it, and if you do dislike it, please let me know in the comments what you didn't like about the video, so I can fix that for the next video. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Turn the notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded onto the channel. And comment down below anything, everything. I will get back to anyone that takes the time to leave me a comment. And that is it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.